Funding for this video is brought to you by viewers like you. Thank you. What's up, punks? And welcome to video. This week's vlog is going to be a lot more tame than last week's vlog. Although spoilers, some funky, fresh, and stressful plot twists are sure to come our way because this is life after all. So go ahead, little meme lady, say what you need to say.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
But we will be trying our best to enjoy the little things this week, despite any and all curveballs that life may have in store for us. We'll be reading some fun books, trying to slow down after the madness of moving and final exams, while finding pockets of peace amongst the chaos of life. But I will not be holding the news back from y'all any longer. Before we begin this video, we need to officially announce that the pre-orders for the new merch are officially open! That's right, it's been almost an entire year since our last merch drop. Last summer, the limited edition pre-orders for the snail shirts were open for a month, and y'all have been begging ever since for them to be reopened. And so I've been working with the company that I do merch with, Everpress, to get more shirt and size options for y'all, and we did it, and I'm so excited! So how this pre-order process works is that for the next month, just orders will be collected, and then after that month is over, pre-orders will close. They will make all of your shirts and send them straight to your door. I know it might not seem like the most convenient method, but it is the best method in my opinion, because we're not making any shirts that don't have a loving home. You know, everything that's made has somebody who wants the shirt. Minimal waste, ultimate gains. I also just love working with Everpress because of their sustainability and ethically produced products, so it's truly a win-win for everybody. So that is that. I hope that's clear. So let's talk designs, because as you can see, or as you may have seen, there's a new one out now. It's the Little Victories line that's here to remind you to celebrate mundanity, because that's what we do here on this channel, is appreciate the little things. We've got the cowboy cats on there as like a little throwback Easter egg, alongside some frogs and strawberries, and of course snails. I have found myself absolutely enamored with snails ever since moving to Belgium almost 7 years ago, because I love how slow and slimy they are, and honestly their snaily philosophy has been so helpful, especially after getting my autism diagnosis almost a year ago. This diagnosis gave me a newfound perspective on what made me different from my peers. Why do I feel so estranged and more sensitive than everyone around me? Why can't I hit the same milestones as my friends? Why am I so bad at math? Why do I feel so behind? But little did I know that I wasn't behind, I was just on my own different path. And so I think that's why I like snails so much, because they remind me to slow down and compare myself to only me, and take each day one moment at a time. Now this is our third shirt launch, and every launch previously donated a part of the proceeds to a charitable organization. For this launch, I chose the Autistic Self-Advocacy Network, which is an organization for autistic folks by autistic folks. But what solidified me on this organization was the bounty of resources they have, and also how much they do for the community regarding higher education. I personally had to drop out of college twice because of my disabilities, and so to be able to give some money to an organization that could prevent fellow Aspies from having to give up their own scholastic dreams is so important to me. So if you'd like to pre-order your own snaily shirt, the link will be down below. We've got the classic There's No Rush design in these limited edition spring colors, a lavender and a teal t-shirt. Both go up to 3XL, and then the classic white is also available, which goes up to a 5XL. And then also we now have two sweatshirt colors that also go up to a 5XL. Those same shirt size and color options are available for the new Little Victories Celebrate Mundanities line as well. Bright white if you're feeling brave, and a cozy heather gray for all of your outfit needs. The new line of designs are just €2 more because we have such a bigger patch, and we are printing on both the front and the back of the shirts. With this new line, I really just wanted to make a big comfy splash, so I hope you love them as much as I do. Thank you so much for your patience. I know it's been a long time coming. I really just wanted to have more options, both size, color, shape, thickness, etc., and it's all here and it's all available, but it is limited edition. Snatch them up while you still can if you would like. Thank you so much for supporting me in my own journey of self-acceptance and life balance alongside disability, and thank you so much more for helping me donate funds to an organization that could help folks like me on similar journeys as well. And now without further ado, let's nestle and get as cozy as possible and enjoy another week of vlogging my silly little life. Bye. Good morning, good morning. I've got my go-to breakfast here. Granola, vanilla yogurt, strawberries, flax seeds, chia seeds, cinnamon. I also have my little cappuccino latte moment. And today was the first day where the espresso wasn't under or over extracted, so we're getting somewhere. The latte art leaves a lot to be desired.
It's abstract art.
It's abstract, it's avant-garde, it's Dadaism at its finest. I'm currently reading Ada Limon's Bright Dead Things, which is a collection of slow, sweet poetry, which really fits the video. And coincidentally, Laziness Does Not Exist by Dr. Devin Price. This is the same person who wrote Unmasking Autism, which is a book that I really like. It's a nonfiction about the myth of laziness. And I have feelings already for both of these, but I don't want to talk about them right now because I have a breakfast to eat. Okay, bye. Hello! I've been loving this idea that's been floating around the internet of bare minimum Mondays. Just such an incredible, cozy concept, isn't it? So that's what I'm doing today. I took it so easy this morning, made my place hospitable, and then I laid out everything that needed to be done over the week. And since it's a bare minimum Monday, legally, I have established, I just did the Patreon end card. Speaking of Patreon, I could start reading our book club book actually, because I showed you what I was reading this morning, poetry and a nonfiction. So we can throw a fiction in there without getting confused. We're reading Of Women in Salt by Gabriela Garcia. I've been wanting to read this one for a hot minute. She's kind of small, 204 pages, barely 200 pages. So maybe I'll throw her in there. I also really want to read Virginia Woolf's A Room of One's Own because hello, she finally has a room of her own. It just feels all too fitting. So we'll just kind of tend to this stack as it comes. I told you that I had some feelings about this book. This whole idea of balance, work-life balance and all that jazz has been something that I've been working on and mentioning in videos for so long. It's very scary to tackle, to be honest. The idea of resting and relaxing is so scary for some reason. So I'm really glad that we're reading this one, especially in the slow the f down vlog, because I need to slow the f down. I really want to get better at relaxing and I really want to get better at making time for myself. And most importantly, I really want to get better at not feeling guilty about doing those things. I think for the rest of the day, we're gonna stick to easy peasy computer work, taking lots of breaks. It's about lunchtime, so now's a good time to take a break, I'd say. I think since I did something for work now, I'll post it for y'all and then we'll take some time to just read, relax, eat something, and not feel guilty. Right? Right, let's try it. Break. Relaxation is on hold. Slowing down is on hold because we came to evaluate the old apartment, and unfortunately, because I tried to not damage the walls with all of my paintings and stuff, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna put holes in the wall, I'll use sticky tack. It looks like a booger wall. Even when I take it off, it's leaving these awful marks. I chose sticky tack to not damage the walls. I feel like a clown. I feel so embarrassed. I feel so bad. We're gonna have to paint now. I'm so stressed out. This is supposed to be a relaxing week. I need to relax so bad. Oh my God. This is gonna be such a project now. I wanna cry. Hello. First grocery haul in the new apartment. Oof, we got some mixed greens, some granola that for some reason was more than half off, and since I've been eating that every morning, hello. Some vegan chicken pieces, baby tomatoes, some wraps. These are all going to come together. And then some baked chips to go with the wraps for later. I got a mini outtro oat milk and then an Oatly barista edition. And that's that. It's a new day. Thank goodness. Yesterday I had a little breakdown. We cried a lot, but then I did some drawing to coat. So I think I'm gonna start my morning with continuing that because that was quite nice. We're getting stuff done and being creative. It's a win-win. So we'll check in with that in a second. I'm gonna put my groceries away. It was a very nice morning after such a stressful evening. So let's hope that today continues to be pleasant. Let's show you what was done. Oh, it's so cute. This is gonna be our bookmark for May. It's for Poppy Show. This is the bookmark. This is the book. What do we think? I love the color palette on this book. So much fun to work with. I also have a lot of editing that I need to do this week, so I'm gonna start that. It is an entire moving vlog with hundreds of clips and it's a mess, but that's okay. Starting is the hardest part, so let's just do that. It's hailing outside, like significantly. Do you hear it? Of course you hear it. Mother Nature is so confused. Hello. Hello! I've been editing for many hours, but it's been good. We got a lot done. I'm gonna take a little break. The sun is coming in through my window so nicely, and I just want to sit here, soak it up, get some reading time in. Still reading my poetry collection, still reading this nonfiction book about laziness that stresses me out. Hoping to start A Woman in Salt, which is our Pocket Pages book club book. If you didn't already know, the Pocket Pages is the book club for this channel. It's $1 a month. It's through the Patreon. It's linked down below. Join us if you'd like. That's that. I'm sleepy. I'm going to read. Let's do it. So I am reading the Rethinking Laziness chapter, and there's a section here that really got me. That is an incredibly difficult lesson to learn. In a world that equates laziness with evil, saying no is often deemed unacceptable. Our culture looks down on people who quit things. Rather than encouraging their good judgment and self-respect, we perceive them as weak-willed or dishonest. When a person juggles dozens and dozens of responsibilities, we laud them for having it all. But what happens if they decide they don't want it all, or that the constant juggling isn't worth it? Can we actually respect a person who revokes their consent? Can we see a person as impressive for admitting that they no longer want to carry something that they've been shouldering for too long? Many of us never learned how to surrender, even when we desperately need to. We've been browbeaten into saying yes for so long that we don't know what a confident no feels like. I am somebody who does not know what a confident no feels like. Even though on one hand I'm consistently telling myself that failures are important, it's great to learn from them, they push you forward in life, there are some failures that I have not forgiven myself for, let alone give myself credit for throwing in the towel when I needed to. Like when I had to drop out of school in 2016 to go to the hospital, that needed to be done. I was a terrible version of myself. I was so unwell. I think I'm gonna have to do some serious rethinking about some of my quote-unquote failures, because I always see saying no as a negative thing, and I always see doing more as a positive thing. Ooh, this book really gets me thinking. Devin Price is just such a great writer. It's just so chronically readable and educational at the same time. If you are somebody who is afraid of nonfiction, do not be afraid of Price's books. That's all I can say. Oh my gosh. Elvis, do you want to play? He brought in his paper ball. So that might be how today ends. I'm gonna go make some food and play with Albus for a bit. Today was pretty okay, right? Got a lot of work done. Took a little easy, kind of. Bye! The mail, it never fails. It makes me wanna wag my tail. When it comes, I wanna wail. Mail! We got some mail today. We're gonna save the best for last. This was from Miss Sally Timms herself. I'm so excited. And what we have here is, oh my god, it's so beautiful! Oh my god, okay. The Moth Keeper by Kay O'Neill. Kay O'Neill wrote some of my favorite graphic novels ever. Oh, it looks so simple and sweet. Oh my god, okay. Being a moth keeper is a great honor. Being the moth keeper is a great responsibility, but is it worth the cost? So we've got a cozy, cute graphic novel here. I've pre-ordered this. It was published in March, but pre-ordering things in Belgium, you gotta be a little patient. So she's here now. I'm so excited. I might just have to read her this weekend because I've been looking forward to this so much. So beautiful. It's so beautiful. I'm so excited. And then Sweet Sally Timms asked if I wanted a copy of her zine, which I'm so excited for. I saw some of her art on Instagram, and I appreciate that she asked if I wanted one so much because I'm going to cherish this. I don't want to bend it. I need to listen to instructions. Stop. She got me a postcard. Oh, your passion for collage and creation really inspired me, so thank you. Oh, I love friendship. This is so cool. Negative Space, a zine by Sally Timms. This is so thoughtful. There's poems in here and beautiful art. I'm genuinely covered in chills. I'm so impressed with my friends. I love my friends. Oh, I'm gonna sit down and read this right now. I love mail. I love friendship. Thank you for being here. It's Thursday. Yesterday, really, all I did was edit. I woke up, I edited till dinner time, watched Sister of the Traveling Pants, and had a little Menti B over it. Definitely one of my favorite movies of all time. Not gonna lie. That movie slaps. This morning, Lawrence and I did some things for the old apartment, and now I'm just gonna get back to work after I appreciate my beautiful friends' beautiful art. Bye! Okay, We're showered, we're cleansed. I made a beautiful mug of hibiscus tea. I forgot to mention that the other day I finished Ada Limon's Bright Dead Things. I was recommended this poetry collection after I said I loved Mary Oliver. I love y'all's book recs. You are so good at this. My favorite poems are The Problem with Travel, The Noisiness of Sleep, and What Remains Grows Ravenous. And there were a lot of lines in there that I really liked. So this was delightful. I love starting my morning with poetry. And so now I'm reading The Moth Keeper by Kay O'Neill, which is so cute. The flavor that Kay O'Neill's creations have is unlike any other. It is such a cozy, slow place, and the conflicts are quiet. Would you just look at that? Oh my goodness. I also started our book club book of Women in Salt. This is written so beautifully as well. And we're still digging Laziness Does Not Exist, but we're reading it slowly. We're doing everything slowly. Trying to, at least. I've worn an oversized gray something every day this week, basically, and it's been nice. Just try and take it easy because I feel it, Mr. Krabs.
Blarney Stone, Irina, you take my blues away.
She did it again. The other day I made the most delicious curry and I made enough to feed a whole village. So we've just been eating that for a few days. It is so good. There's absolutely nothing FODMAP friendly about this. So much garlic, so many onions, but sometimes it just has to happen. There's so much protein with the chickpeas and the tofu, so much serotonin with all the turmeric and happy spices. And it's so filling and rich with so many good things for when you're having a cloudy, sickly day, which I am. Remember, food is fuel for the revolution. Feed your body. I'm wearing an apron because I don't trust myself at all. I've stained everything I love. I finished my work today and even got some extra stuff done. It's a good slow Friday. I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat. Bye.
Oh, yeah.
Baby, I'm about to have me some fun.
Bounce, 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 bounce. It's like Murder, She Wrote. Allie, all you've been wearing is that sweater. Do you ever wear anything else? I can. Gotcha. I got some flowers. Let's put them in a vase, shall we? Thrifted. They're so pretty. They're so pretty. That's nice.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Have fun. It is such a beautiful day outside. So happy I got to get out there for a little bit. It's Rumi's birthday today, so we went to the pet store and got him some special treats and a couple of fun toys. And while I was there, I couldn't help but get some flowers and some plants because I have a south-facing window in my office and most of my plants can't handle that. So I got some that can actually go on my windowsill and they look so nice. Might go out on the balcony just to catch some more sunshine because it's really just making me so happy. I just realized that I had my sunglasses on this whole time. Hello. So that's that. Happy Saturday!
It is so beautiful out. It's apparently only like 60 degrees in Freedom, of course, not in whatever Celsius is. I don't know what that means. But up on the balcony, it's so warm. I think it's also just because I'm not used to warm weather, but I'm out here in tank top and shorts, and I'm reading my books, and I am in my final form. This is when I am my happiest. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere, congratulations, we made it. It's time to thrive. It's time to thrive. We've earned this.
And that was my week. Thank you for hanging out with me. Let's do a quick reading wrap up, shall we? So the first thing we read in this vlog was Ada Limon's Bright Dead Things. Thank you so much to everyone who recommended this author to me because I really loved Mary Oliver's poetry, and after saying so many people said if you love Mary Oliver, you'll love this. I totally see why, and so I'm telling you just in case you're also a Mary Oliver lover, and you can get a kick out of these as well. They're just slow and sweet poems that were so pleasant to read every morning with my coffee. I loved this. I also read The Moth Keeper by Kay O'Neill, which is O'Neill's newest release. They are one of my favorite graphic novel creators ever in all time. The Tea Dragon Society sits on my favorite shelf. This is such a comforting and slow story about someone in a community that is given a new batch of responsibilities regarding these glowing magical little moths that pollinate everything that the village needs to survive. It says so much about burnout and the importance of community. It's a middle grade, so low stress, all the vibes. I loved it. I also read Laziness Does Not Exist by Dr. Devin Price. I am definitely a mega fan of Price's writing. Unmasking Autism is definitely my favorite nonfiction regarding neurodivergence. Whenever somebody asks me for a book about autism because they're questioning, I recommend this book. This one is about the myth of laziness. I agree that laziness is a myth and that it's a icky concept that has roots in capitalism, colonialism, etc. However, because of the current structure of the world, reading this book honestly stressed me out a little bit. I suffer from chronic migraines. I sit on the spectrum myself, but there were so many times in my life where I didn't have a choice about working extra hours in a grocery store that was loud with horrid overhead lights and constant beeping and stimulus. And in order to make it possible for me to leave that job, I had to then come home and try and feed this side hustle, so to say. And even now that I've made that side hustle my full-time job, I am working more hours than ever before in front of my computer to keep it alive. And that's not a complaint. There was just a lot of cognitive dissonance because I agree with Price. I loved the information of this book, but I think that that's what stressed me out so much, was just that I wish we had more time to relax. But this was a great starting point to begin detangling this idea of laziness, to start combating the voice in your head that tells you that you need to do more. And I really liked all of the studies surrounding how beneficial rest is, how healthy it is to do nothing. I loved that. And I also thought it was a great 101 lesson for detangling your own ableism and combating those negative thoughts you have when you're comparing yourself to other people and how much they're doing. It was a really good book. Now I want to just dig deeper into detangling those negative thought spirals. So if you have any book recommendations, please let me know. I think I'm going to read Divergent Mind and The Myth of Normal next. But if you have anything aside from those two about being more patient and kind to yourself and not setting yourself up under the same expectations of neurotypical or able-bodied people, let me know because I want to read more. And speaking of neurodivergence, friendly reminder that the pre-orders for our Snaily shirts are open now and will be for the next month. If you'd like to support me, support the channel, keep this comfy corner of the internet alive, and of course send some money along to a great cause, the Autistic Advocacy Network. The link to the shop will be down below. And of course, if the shirts aren't your thing but you still want to support what we do here, that's totally fine. I will also link the Patreon down below. We've got a Discord, a book club, funky fresh downloadables, and it's thanks to the lovely people on Patreon that make it possible for me to make this my job and upload and create as much as I do. So endlessly grateful for y'all. And I think that's that. That's everything. Thank you for tuning in to Girl Tries Her Best. I'm gonna get going, edit this for y'all, and send it out into the void. And as always, thank you for clicking, thank you for caring, and thank you for being nice. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!